What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I wanted to bring a video to you. I wanted to bring it a little earlier, but I apologize. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with the channel. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know how we rocking. Today, I just want to bring a little news to the people that I pretty much prophesized dating even a year ago. I was trying to explain to you what the problem was with Luka Doncic and how Luka was just going to get saddled, by the situation. Very reminiscent of Carmelo Anthony when he signed with the New York Knicks with Amari Stoudemire. It was no Amari. Amari was making $100 million. Like I stated at that time, $100 million was like a supermax. The Knicks couldn't do nothing with the roster, so you just had Melo and a couple of mid-level exceptions, a few decent parts here and there, but no solid superstar, especially when you're going up against teams like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and the collection of talent they're dealing with. You need more people than just one guy. You understand? Kris Snacks proved that he just wasn't that guy. Luka fans sounded like Brian fanboys. Now, yeah, I ain't no Luka fan. I just understand the situation that he's dealing with. Kris Snacks claims that he's seeming more like an afterthought. The reports have come out. Him and the reports have been out that him and Luka Doncic just ain't vibing. This is not new news to anybody that follows the game of basketball. Luka Doncic Kris Snacks Porzingis is a fucking fraud. Me and Kris Snacks got major issues. The way he did New York, I'm letting the people know right now. In a minute, I'm about to start shitting on Kris Snacks Porzingis every single fucking day. You understand? It's getting to that point. Because I really don't like that dude. You understand? Seriously. It's Flight Sports TV. What's going on, Rico? Rico, you in the building? Rico.
Yo, what up, Flight?
Yeah, I got to remove one. Yo, what's going on? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah. So what's going on, man? The reports have come out that Kris Snacks Porzingis has, he's not feeling something's going on. With the Dallas Mavericks, he's seeming like an afterthought. Which I already knew he was going to be an afterthought when he signed with Dallas. Because look, before I let you talk, I just want to let the people understand something. You talk about what Julius Randle was experiencing. Kris Snacks Porzingis was box office in New York. I'm talking about he could have been he was an international superstar. He really was like on that verge of complete superstardom, and he completely walked away from the mecca of basketball in New York City, playing at Madison Square Garden, just completely walked away because the Knicks were doing it. The Knicks were clearly tanking for Zion Williamson the season that he fucked around and ran in the office and talking about he wanted to get feet. Not only did he request a trade, but he said if he stayed on the team, he was going to fuck over the Kyrie Irving situation and Kevin Durant. Mind you, if Kris Snacks was on the roster, we would have had those two. So It was a major disgrace, what Kris Snacks did to the organization. But go ahead, Rico. What's your thoughts?
I remember that point because I live in New Jersey, New York. I remember that.
You understand the situation.
Yeah, and I don't blame Porzingis for wanting to leave New York. He handled it incorrectly. I'll be honest.
Okay.
But at that time, there was a power. I don't want to say a power struggle, but there was a feud going on between Phil Jackson and Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, that may have been that. I think that was the reason he claimed he had somewhat he didn't like that how Melo was handled. But that was a political reason. I don't believe none of that bullshit.
I just think as a young player, young kids are impressionable.
Right. So Melo was like a god. When he came to that roster, Melo was still Melo.
But if you see someone who you're a young kid, you're coming from overseas, and you're playing in this huge market, and you see how management is handling what the league refers to as a superstar, and that's what Carmelo was. Carmelo was a superstar in the NBA for a very long time. But when you're coming up and you start seeing the way they're handling Carmelo, you don't want to be around that. But the way he handled it was just wrong.
Right.
Like saying, he pretty much did what Kyrie was doing. I'm gonna go get a knee surgery and y'all gonna have to trade me anyways because I'm not gonna play.
But yeah,
But I was watching the Dallas series, and they don't use him the way they
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 could.
used him in New York. They can, but like
They ain't gonna run no plays for him at this point. They pretty
no,
much gonna run him out the door.
yeah, because like look, I'm watching the games, and they're running pick and rolls with Luka and Maxi Kleber, right?
Yeah,
When you got Porzingis on the court, are you running pick and rolls with Powell, and you got Porzingis standing in a right side corner just in case somebody rotates to the roll man, then he gets an open three. But you got a 7'3" skilled big man on the court. You
big
should
for
be able to
nothing.
utilize him.
This
Yeah,
big
I
for
mean,
nothing son of a bitch.
yeah, like
It was trying.
he plays soft sometimes. He does play soft
You
sometimes, but
saw.
he has the skill to at least be a good
Yeah,
player. But he
he
just
gonna
don't
get
show
hurt
it.
again. We're gonna hear a report
Yeah,
he tore his ACL in the other knee. Watch.
that's the problem. That's always been my issue with him. I always said if he could get healthy, he would be a
No,
good player. But he's never healthy, so
none.
it makes no sense to keep on giving him this huge contract where you're not. He's pretty much Chandler Parsons right now. He's a 7'3" Chandler Parsons, and I'm sorry to say that, but that's what he is. He can
Yeah,
hit a three when he's on the court, but most likely he's not on the court because he's always injured. He has
right.
no other uses besides that.
Yeah, but like I told you, man, this dude is completely garbage, man. I was letting the people know. I'm not sure when you seen my channel, Rico, but I was shitting on Luka Doncic all last season. I got hundreds. I don't know how many videos I had on Luka where I was questioning Luka, but it was really I didn't like that Luka was getting put in the top 5, top 3, top. They were just doing too much at this time.
It was too early.
Yeah. Now he's ready, but I'm talking about
Hmm.
before. It was like, oh, wait a second, y'all. Let him prove something in the playoffs. He still
Exactly.
hasn't really proved much, but he did prove that he's a gamer in the playoffs. But he ain't win shit. But I'm just saying,
Hmm.
But it's not his fault. I could point that it's not Luka's fault. Chris Snacks is clogging up the money in the cap, and they can't
Exactly.
improve this roster. The only way they're gonna improve this roster to me is they trade a fucked up contract for a fucked up contract. Who they gonna go get? Kemba Walker? I'm trying to think some of the fucked up contracts in the league. Maybe they can bring Harrison Barnes back from Dallas. I mean from motherfucking what's the name? Luke is nasty, but the media
Yeah.
hype him up too much. Yeah, shout out Low Key T for life. Y'all go subscribe to my man's channel. He got a crazy series on Kwame Brown. If you want all your Kwame Brown news, you need to go to Low Key T for life. Go subscribe. His name is right there. All things Kwame Brown right now, and all kind of other shit. I'm telling you. But nonetheless, man, this dude Chris Snacks Porzingis, man, is gonna fuck over the Dallas Mavericks, fuck over Luka's legacy. Chris Snacks will always be a part of Luka's legacy, man, because he gonna fuck over his career. They ain't gonna be able to get. I doubt they're gonna get him off, man. Pause. Like get him a. How they gonna? How
Yeah.
they
Get him
gonna
off the books. I know what you're
yeah,
talking about.
this ain't gonna be easy. You understand? I mean, they got John Wall off, so I ain't gonna say it's impossible, but it was a situation where Russell Westbrook and John Wall was almost like a perfect situation. They both was
Exactly.
trying to leave at the same time, and they both got fucked up contract. It was an even swap. Who do you swap this guy out for? I'm trying to think. Maybe Kemba Walker. You know, does Boston even go for some shit like that? Knowing they're a competent organization, they might not work for some shit. They might not go for
Yeah.
that. It might be cool with Kemba. Fuck it. I'd rather roll with Kemba. He ain't as bad as you. You know,
Hmm.
you might be better off with Kemba finding somebody off the free agent market than bringing Porzingis in to fuck up the cap. I'm trying to think who else can go get him. I don't see it.
Yeah, because he's making too much money.
The Lakers, yeah, I don't think the Lakers got enough to make a swing. The Lakers desperate like a motherfucker. You never know what they'll do. So I mean, this is a mess, man. I don't see this thing getting any better, man. I'm telling you, I see Chris Snacks. I don't know what's gonna happen. His future in the league. I don't know if he even gonna make it past this even contract that he got right now. He might not even get through this contract. It's getting to that point. I think he won. He can have a career threatening injury at any given second. And
Yeah.
nobody's pointing this out. Chris Snacks is really fragile, y'all. This is serious. They got to figure this thing out with Porzingis, man. Dallas is it's like they can't break free. If they would have got anything from Porzingis in this series, anything more than he gave, they could have won. And the same thing was last year. He was damn near, he was in and out. Pause. This year he just was incompetent. He's 7'3". I think he's taller than that too. I've seen Porzingis in person. I think he's taller than that. But I'm just gonna say that this dude is 7'3". Lord knows the wingspan, and this dude is playing like he's Steph Curry. You understand?
Yeah.
So this is disgusting. You understand? So Chris Snacks got to get it together. And I trademarked that name, Chris Snacks. So before everybody go on ESPN and FS1 and they start stealing my slogan, I've been saying Chris Snacks for over a year now. You understand? Because in a minute they gonna have nickname. They calling him Pandemic P. What do they call him? They switched the P.
Way off P.
Yeah. They laid off Paul George. He get a break this year. They talking about Chris Snacks Porzingis. In a minute you gonna hear something going on between him and Luka. I think Chris Snacks, he ready to talk. I know he wish he stayed in New York. I know he like, damn, what the hell was I thinking leaving New York? I was the motherfucking man. It's so crazy because Chris Snacks, he was Luka. You understand? He was Luka Doncic. You understand? In New York. You understand? And they wanted to bring him back. This dude Fizdale, that's how Fizdale ended up getting fired. When Fizdale got hired, he got hired thinking he was gonna coach Porzingis. You understand? That next year. People don't rule this out. Fizdale got done a raw deal. He had to fuck around and make shift this roster to the best of his ability. This dude got hired and the player got traded in his season where he was supposed to be injured. It was Fizdale's first season, right? The following season, Fizdale was thinking he's bringing Chris Snacks in as his number one option. He's telling he went out to Latvia to meet with his family. People don't rule it. I'm going to bring this to the forefront. Chris Snacks is a snake. I'm telling you, Fizdale hopped his ass on the plane and flew all the way to Latvia. I don't know if you ever been to Latvia, but I've never been either. But I'm just saying the shit sound far as a motherfucker. You understand? Him to go out there. No, because the problem is Fizdale ain't gonna get another job. You understand? And I don't like that. But in fairness to David Fizdale, they could say all the shit he did wrong. He got that job thinking he was gonna have Chris Snacks as his number one option, and he fucked around and bailed on him or in his first year. You understand? I'm a Knicks fan. I know the whole fucking situation. You can't fuck me. You can't fuck around with me, bro. Let somebody else speak. Yeah, go ahead, Rico.
Yeah. I remember I remember parts of that because
I'm sorry, I just have to because Chris Snacks this is serious because he tried to set the Knicks back. He almost set us back for the next 5 years. Luckily, we recovered. So I'm pissed off about that. Keep going, Rico.
What I'm looking at for Porzingis and I understand like the contract may look hard to get traded. But I do know something. If Luka don't want you on his team, you're gone.
Right.
Luka had problems with what's his name? What's that point guard who was looking nice on Dallas?
Which one? You talking about Brunson?
No, he was having problems with Dennis. Who was it? Was it Dennis Smith? Who was that point guard he had problems with that they traded to New York?
Who Luka was having problems with him?
Yeah, with a point guard.
I don't know if it was problems. I think it was just more of Chris Snacks. I'm not Chris Snacks. I mean, this dude Luka was basically taking his position in so many words. It was almost the more Luka was getting a more feel of the offense, the more diminished Dennis Smith was getting. The more like, who the fuck are you? You understand? But the part was when Dennis Smith Jr. the year before that. He was the man. Like he was closing shit. They was going to Dennis Smith. So it was kind of fucked up how he got done. I understand why he was. He should. But that was his biggest fuck up. He should have stayed there and buckled down with Dallas. See, the problem is people leave their teams and they get shuffled all over this motherfucker. They just need to stay put. People don't realize Damian Lillard, his best fit might be Portland. But Portland, I mean, Dame is so nice. His game could translate to any city, so he don't really count.
Exactly.
But some of these players, they need to stay their ass put because once they start leaving, everything starts going to shits.
Hey,
what's up, Ray?
Am I echoing? Just for me to ask.
Nah, bro, you good.
You good? Go.
All right, that's great. My fault. I'm at work. That's why I had to ask some questions. But yeah, man, I had to jump into this real quick because since we're talking on the subject of Luka, that's wild. Because a minute ago, Dave James was trolling, talking about Luka gonna be top 5 all time. I guess that's out the water, huh?
Yeah, I ain't never did. I didn't even kill Luka Doncic yesterday. I gave him a pass, man, because it's not all his fault. So I ain't gonna fuck over Luka like that.
Sure.
You know,
I'm
that's
sure,
the problem.
but we can. I'm just saying we can double
fuck
down on.
Porzingis.
But that's my thing. That's my thing, though. I know it wasn't his fault, and I knew it wasn't going to be his fault because Luka balls out every night, and that's all I was saying was last time when we was talking about the subject. I would never take away Luka's, you know what I'm saying, skills or hard work.
You're right.
That's what I try to tell. That's what I try to tell the dude. But I was also saying, look, once again, here he is. He's out of the playoffs. So I don't know why you're trying to feel like Luka is this god or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he was acting like Luka was the second best behind LeBron or something.
He blew a 2-0 lead. They did blow a 2-0 lead. You know, he was. I mean, there's some blame to go to Luka, but I'm gonna give Luka a slight pass due to the Porzingis situation because it's not all because he's dealing with Kawhi and Paul George. You understand? Just Luka. You needed Luka and Porzingis going against Kawhi and Paul George, not just Kawhi and Paul George versus Luka. But what I want to say before I let y'all continue, listen, I'm gonna make it my business for the here on out. Every single fucking day, I'm putting a video out on Kris Porzingis. This shit is personal for me. I don't give a fuck about no views. I ain't doing this shit for views. I ain't doing this shit for shit. Luka, let me tell you something. Kris is gonna get the business around here for real, man. Fuck all this, because I'm tired of this shit. I've been telling people that Kris wasn't shit. You understand? And now it's starting to come to fruition. So let me tell you something, man. Y'all need to pay homage here at Flight Sports Team, man. Fuck Porzingis. Continue.
What I will say is when it comes to Luka and his legacy, whether you want to say he can, ascend to top 5 all time at some point, I will say he's already statistically there. Statistics-wise, he already has the case if he continues on the way his career is going. We just need to see the accolades. We need to say the accomplishments, which those are coming. He's going to start getting first team all NBAs. He's already making all-star teams. He's going to start getting that. I just need to see the winning. I could say the winning, the playoff winning, and I'm not going to hold that against him.
Right there, but that's what I am, because if you're gonna dare put your mouth into the top 5 of all time, the top 5 all time has 3+ rings or more, and that's facts. The top 5 has 3 rings or more, so he better find a way. He better start talking to the people that help build a team around him or something.
Because he still got time, though.
Like I said,
he still got time. He's very early in his career.
Young. Oh yeah, he's young and he's gonna produce a lot of accolades. The stats is gonna come. I agree, but like I said, we'll see, because he has to get at least 3 rings or more. That's just at least.
My issue with saying top 5 all time, bro, and I'll be honest with you, is people look and you're saying three rings bare minimum. Look at Tim Duncan. Look at Kobe, and they're like 7th and 8th. Look at Shaq. He's like between 6, 7, and 8. Look at Larry Bird. They all got like 4 rings.
And we never get to LeBron and Kobe. We never get to LeBron, Kobe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they
ain't no top 5 all time. Now you take he like a top 50 player, and give him some time. Chill.
That's what I'm saying. Because Tim Duncan, people have him as like 7th.
Let him get out the first round. Get out the first round first.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I told the guy earlier. I'm like, yeah, he's 22. He's already got the road perfect lined up for him to be great. But all I'm saying is I need to see at least 3 rings, or before we start talking about he's the top 5 greatest of all time. Because the top 5 has 3 rings or more, and that's just facts. That's all I'm saying. There's no disrespect to him. He's great. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna disrespect him. He's balling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Young cat too, 22.
Kawhi has 2 rings right now. Where do you have him all time? Because he's not even in my top 10. I'll be honest.
He not in my top 10 all time either.
Yeah, like
Not
to
all
just
time.
to people don't recognize how hard, like how everything really needs to go perfect for you in your career to hit a top 5. You gotta be healthy for so long. You gotta keep up a level of play. Usually you gotta be a two-way player to be in the top 5. A lot of the players in the top 5, they're making all defensive teams as well. They're not just offensive players. That's what's holding Steph Curry out of it. Steph Curry, people have Steph Curry out of the top 10. But if Steph Curry had 5 first team all defensive, his case for being a top 10 player all time, top 5 player would be very easy to make.
Well, we all making some great points, but like I said, man, nonetheless, man, Porzingis, man, is trash, man.
He got to go.
The more we try to slice it, make it sound better, the Dallas is dealing with a serious situation, man. I'm serious because they can go out in the first round again next season. Utah's going to be better next season. Who else? Phoenix. You never know what they gonna do. Phoenix look like they here to stay. This don't look like no situation where Phoenix is just like a one-hit wonder. I think Phoenix gonna be around. Even if they lost Chris Paul, I think Kyle Lowry should think about going over there. Seriously. Like that team just need a point guard. If they lose to Chris Paul and get nothing in return, then let's see what happens. I don't know. But nonetheless, the Lakers, they're gonna get another player. They're gonna get a third star. So Denver's gonna be there. Jamal will be back next year. Where the fuck Dallas fitting in all of this? They're gonna be in the 7th spot again next season or 8 for the play-in, whatever the fuck, and because they're gonna be stuck with Porzingis. This team is not really gonna improve. They might be able to add another mid-level exception player or trade somebody. They should have kept Steph Curry. But I mean, you got to do shit like that. Give up Steph Curry, bring in the motherfucker Richardson. They brought in Richardson. They should have kept Steph Curry. But I mean, it is what it is. Teams like that, you got to do stupid things to try to hope that you get better. So look for them to trade a Kleber or somebody, a Brunson, just to make a minimal improvement.
Yeah, the way the Mavs moves, man, the way they work, it's hard for me to see a bright future for them. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they do things is.
Keep going.
Yeah, the way they do things, it's almost like slow. It's like if it wasn't for the fact that they got Luka on a team, what would they really be doing with that team? It's like I'm watching from different angles. I'm looking at it's like they got some pieces that happened in a lucky trade. They was a part of it. It's like, bro, I've not seen no type of assertiveness to get better. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen that. I mean, unless somebody show me, because if it wasn't for Luka, what would they really be having? That shows me that's like, oh yeah, we're trying to be that team. That's like it's almost disrespectful to Dirk Nowitzki, man, and what he's done for that team.
Right. Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, he's showing no Dirk.
Yeah, I remember telling you, Flight, after game 3, about the role players on Dallas. They have this ego where they act like they're all Luka Doncic. So they're all talking shit to the Clippers like they better than them. Luka's better than those players on. Luka's the one better than the rest of the people on the Clippers.
Yeah, they probably would have been better off they probably would have been better off just playing the Clippers, like just relax and hoping they just sleep. They woke their ass up. They laughing and giggling and all this little bullshit. They should have just been acting like the Spurs. Just quietly. Don't start talking shit.
I was watching not Pelicans. I was watching the Mavericks playoffs versus Clippers, man. I'm like, Luka Jones, he does what he does. He kind of taunts the other team, and I respect that type of energy, Luka Doncic. But he earned that. He can do stuff like that. But then I'm looking at his team celebrate to the lungs where they're almost broken half. I'm like, calm down. That's Luka that did that, not you. Calm down. It's like, bro. I mean, the fans. I mean, bro, calm down. Right. work as a team and focus and play with Luka. Not like, come on, bro. Like,
Because
I ain't never
all that's
seen.
doing is making Luka's job harder. That's all that's
Right.
doing.
Yeah, they're gonna wear Luka eyes down. What's gonna happen is the problem is they riding Luka till the wheels fall off. What if he blow out a knee? You understand? What if something go wrong with him? I'm just saying, when you got all your hopes in one motherfucker, you understand it can get problematic. You understand? Especially when you're dealing with Kris snacks. You understand? I'm telling you, this shit is gonna get nasty for Dallas before it get better. I feel so.
My bad. Go ahead.
Man, don't be surprised if Luka says enough is it.
He didn't think about it. I think he won't because what's the name? Cuban gonna give some money under the table, so I doubt he leaving. Luka. I mean, he need to stay his ass with Cuban. Cuban gonna feed him. He ain't going nowhere. Luka ain't gonna go nowhere.
I wish that injury. I wish that injury didn't happen to Kristaps Porzingis though, because before that injury, he showed promise.
Yeah, he had the Knicks in the fourth. He had the Knicks right where Julius and them was at.
It was balling.
Right. They was in the fourth seed. He tore his ACL. I think it was against Milwaukee. He dunked on Giannis. Tore his ACL. Yo, dude used to run in the paint. People don't remember. But he used to block.
That's what I'm saying.
He was a beast.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, he ain't want it. He just didn't want it. He wanted to go carry the bags in Dallas, but the bags got a little heavy. So now they don't want you to carry the bags. They don't want him carrying the bags no more. They just get the fuck out of here. That's how they doing him. That's good for people like him. He asked for this shit. You definitely breaking up.
He was proving a lot of people wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was proving a lot of people wrong. You had a slight breakout.
Stephen A. one of them.
Yeah, well, Stephen A. In a minute, don't worry. Chris Snack's about to get. It's gonna get crazy for Porzingis in the media. He been getting the pass for a while due to Luka that's able to continue to make their team look good, even though they're not all that good. Dallas really need a couple of pieces to even compete for a chip. Because even if they would have won, they would have got killed against Utah.
Easily.
I think the Clippers
too much offense on that team.
Yeah, they might have got swept. I'm just saying, just because some of that shit just would never flew. Let's see what happens. With this series. With the Clippers and everything. Let's see. I think the Clippers are a really good team. They just be underachieving and shit like that. But it is what it is.
They're one of those teams that don't wake up till they get punched on the mouth. I don't get it.
Right.
They just make shit harder for themselves.
Yeah, what you saying, Ray?
I wanted to say this because this is for everybody who's possibly listening to Flight Sports TV, and I've been slowly recognizing people getting mad at what people say. These are, sir, people gotta listen that these are just opinions on how we see it, and we're just stating facts. And we're not trying to bash nobody. We're not trying to bash the Mavericks. We're not trying to even bash. I'm not even trying to bash Kristaps Porzingis or anything.
Well, listen, Ray. Ray, you got a point there, but I don't know about Chris Snacks. I don't know what it is. I don't want to bash him. I'm telling you, man, I'm not fucking with him, man. I'm just saying. It's been going back for a while, and I'm just shit personal because he tried to fuck over my team. I'm telling you, my father was a Knicks fan. I was born into this shit, man. He tried to fuck over the team. You understand? This shit is serious. I'm a Knicks fan, man.
I could never. Yeah. If it, that right there, but that's what I'm saying. You understand? You're saying your opinion, though. I want people to understand. Right. We're just stating our opinions, and I can respect that, and I think people should just respect that more because even if you disagree with it, someone might say something that might be a little bit educational, because everything. The more I've been on, because I've been on Ball Facts, I've been on DJ Rock or Truth, DKM, I've been on whoever. I've always learned something. You feel me? And it was times where I didn't even really agree with it, but I took the time to try to understand it. What they meant by it. You know what I'm saying? And people will comment and dislike, what people say, and we're not. You know what I'm saying? And all we're doing is just speaking some facts.
Right. I will say this, and even to the people who support Luka, the fans, Dallas fans overall, from watching winning organizations, watching basketball, I've watched basketball for 20 years. When you have your second highest paid player, he's making 32 mil this year. He'll be making, I believe, 34 next year, 36 the year after that.
How much?
He cannot 32 this year, 34 next season.
This is
In
grand
his last, yeah, exactly. In his last season, he's gonna make 36. Now, meet me in the middle ground and understand my point about Porzingis. His production is not equal to what he's getting paid. And if you have a player ready to contend for a championship, you need every single dollar, every penny, every cent. You need all of that to add up to a winning culture of basketball. You cannot have $32 million. You cannot handicap your team $32 million and expect Luka to compare with the rest of the teams in the NBA. Now, we need to think of a way where we can move that money, probably, because unless this man gets healthy and turns into New York Knicks Porzingis, where he's average, where he's looking like a future 25-12 player,
that'll never happen.
Exactly. Unless that happens, this contract is horrible. It don't matter how you slice it. It's a horrible contract. He's overpaid. He's not producing, and he's handicapping Luka.
So, say that to the Pelicans coach too. Say that to the Pelicans organization too, man.
Oh yeah,
paying everybody but Lonzo. That's stupid.
Steven Adams, horrible contract. I said that last time, bro.
That's robbery.
Steven Adams, horrible contract. There was no way.
Too, man. It's annoying.
There was no way on your path to building a team around Zion where you thought it was a good idea to pay Steven Adams that much money. That is not winning basketball.
Exactly.
He getting that volleyball money.
What'd you say, Flight?
I said he getting that volleyball money.
Yup.
Bro, that doesn't make any sense to me, man. And the haters are going to find a way to where that makes sense. And I know what the haters going to say. They're going to be like, well, because Lonzo didn't show his assertiveness as a point guard, that's why they had to pay Bledsoe and Steven Adams more money. That's stupid. You sound dumb. If you're trying to build around Zion, why would you not find something that correlates to his skill set? Lonzo correlates to Zion's skill set because Lonzo and Zion can run the court. But no. You want Lonzo to do something different. And you don't want the team to do fast pace. You want this team to play slow half court ball. Let's add in Adams and like Bledsoe. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro?
I
don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. There's no logical explanation where you thought, okay, we barely missed the playoffs last year and Zion didn't play. Let's get better by surrounding Zion with Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe. There's no way any general manager thought that was a good idea. I don't care I don't care if they felt Jackson Hayes wasn't ready. I don't care if they felt Nicolo Melli couldn't play defense at the center position.
They should have kept them. They should have kept Melli.
Exactly.
They kept Melli got swept up in that JJ Redick shit.
Yup.
No, they should have kept Melli, and Jackson Hayes was ready. Continue.
But that's what I'm saying. The offense was always better when they had Jackson Hayes on the court. The issue was Jackson Hayes at the time, he wasn't that great. Even now, he's not a great defensive center, and he's not that great of a rebounder. So he still has room to grow. We already know where he has to grow.
Yeah, but he got to build a little muscle on him, man. He's like, he's a little fragile out there. I ain't gonna care. He's still a little fragile. Yeah. I see the explosiveness and athleticism, and he's tall and lengthy and explosiveness, all that. But I still seen him just bounce off a dude like it's buoyant, like it's a bowling ball. Like, calm down, bro.
Dude.
I don't know.
Like,
not a bowling ball, but beach ball or something.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Like he doesn't have the physical strength to be a center.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
He just
I would have still took him because offensively he fits with Zion.
He blocks shots, you know.
Yeah.
And he got that 3-pointer. I seen Jackson Hayes where he could shoot a little bit now. I was like, damn.
And you look at that, Flight, you look at that, and you see a player doing something that benefits the superstar on your team, and you don't put that player in a position to succeed. That just tells me your organization doesn't care about winning. You see Jackson Hayes growing his game in an unorthodox way. Jackson Hayes was not a shooting big ever. But he says, yo, exactly. He says, yo, Zion he's doing whatever he wants in the paint to play off of him and benefit him. Let me learn how to shoot a 3. And that's what he's doing.
Right.
So we got to respect that from players and you got to give them some playing time. Let them get acquainted, but you can't be making these moves that the Pelicans make. You can't be stagnant with this Porzingis contract. If you want to become a better team, you have to play winning. You have to make winning moves and stuff like that. It has to happen. There's no way around it.
It's crazy. I didn't pay attention to this detail, but now I'm paying attention to it more. David Griffin said the next coach will be based on what they do with Lonzo and Zion, right? And you're telling me Stan said to David Griffin, hey, Lonzo was doing good with Zion doing his alley-oops and into his skill set. I want to change that all up and make Zoe be a spot-up shooter. Let Zion just put all the carry heavy load on Zion. How y'all feel about that? I want to be the coach of y'all team. And y'all said yes.
He's not even in the shape for this. That's why I said
where does that make sense?
They're gonna end up shooting themselves in the foot. Watch when Lonzo leave. They're gonna run this point Zion shit. Watch some crazy shit happen to Zion.
Zion and B.I. not gonna get along.
I ain't wishing it.
Guarantee that.
I'm just saying that they jumping the gun. So go ahead. Zion ain't in shape unless he gonna come back on some Julius Randle shit, slim the fuck out, just all the way in shape. But if he comes out to T1, it ain't gonna work.
But now, see, the difference is Julius Randle had a couple guys that could try to at least knock the shot down. If Lonzo leave, who won't knock that shot down?
Yeah.
If it ain't Brandon Ingram, that's it.
Real.
If it ain't Brandon Ingram, that's it. I'll be honest with you.
Brandon Ingram looking for the mid-range, and he wants to be the leader of the team, according to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't even know. I don't even know how Zion and Bi is gonna really play together that long because Bi really wants the ball, and Bi's been slowly if I'm not mistaken, there's been reports that Bi has not even been really even cool with Stan anymore because he's trying to make Zion the franchise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's crazy.
Man, that whole situation is gonna implode. And mind you, that's Lonzo guy too. Bi, he ain't gonna be pleased if he find out Lonzo leave. Lonzo might leave out of spite, election over. And if I'm Lonzo, I wouldn't even work with them on no sign and trade. I'd try to get the fuck on.
Bro, I swear to God, man.
They didn't work with you. Shit, I'm telling you, Lonzo need to think about. I would just sign an offer sheet and pray they don't match it.
Bro,
if that was him.
Facts. Bro, I would agree. I would even try to even deal with the Pelicans sign and trade. Yeah. They were so disrespectful.
Yeah,
how do you, bro? After all that disrespect, and you want to comply with them on sign and trade? No.
Yeah, help them.
So they could grab some skills because they get some people for you, so they can look better. Come on, stop it.
Yeah.
You don't earn the right to look better.
Yeah, they got enough.
Oh, we need more for you.
They got enough guys. They'll recover just fine.
They got their 2 All-Stars. Let's see how good they do.
Well,
I'm just hoping that we get some breaking news. Pelicans cannot offer Alonzo a contract extension due to the fact that they can't match the offers that has been sent by the New York Knicks, Clippers, and Lakers.
We won't hear that news until after this playoffs is over.
Yeah, until like July.
Yeah, I know. I want that news, man. I'm waiting for that news.
That thing's gonna start coming out about free agency. That'll be right out.
Hey, also, man. At first, I thought this was gonna be a lot about Lonzo on this free agency, but man, what I'm hearing from Damian, what I'm hearing from other teams, they starting to make. They think about making moves,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then that kind of changes. That kind of changes Lonzo's. You know what I'm saying? That kind of changes Lonzo's
Well, I mean,
power in this free agency to me because it's like there's a lot of teams now that's trying to do moves and more interest. You know what I'm saying?
we'll see
Because
what
now
happens.
people interested in because now people interested in Damian Lillard and other people.
Yeah, but Dame, yeah, that's through a trade. Dame ain't gonna be, he ain't no free agent. He gonna be through a trade if it go down with him, which is more likely now with the situation that came out with Jason Kidd. Where Jason Kidd, where he took his name out, that's not a good look for Damian Lillard. That was his guy he wanted. So now they just took him off the coaching. Kidd said he don't even want the job. I think it's some politics in the game, but I think he didn't want the job because it probably looked like he was like manufactured the next coach. It just wasn't gonna be a good look. Like, it
Right.
was similar to what happened with what's his name? Who's the assistant coach? Dan Tony. They was talking about he had the Pacers job before he even got fired from Houston. So he never entertained the job. When they do shit like that, the guy usually don't get the job.
Oh,
They just threw his name out there again, Dan Tony, for the Portland job.
Well, I can
hey,
see
Luke Walton had that. Hey, Luke Walton had that same situation.
I can see
When
Dan.
Luke Walton, no, everybody was saying he was never gonna get a job, and I woke up the next day. He was already the coach for the Kings. I remember that.
That was amazing. But yo, listen, y'all. Before we about to wrap things up. We're gonna have a Lonzo Ball video later on tonight. Y'all be on the lookout for that. I got something crazy. I'm actually gonna schedule the shit like in a few, like about another next half hour, so y'all can see. We should be going live around 9:30, 10 o'clock, like we always do. So I appreciate y'all too for joining me, man. This Luka Doncic, Kristaps, Porzingis, Dallas Mavericks situation is only gonna get worse from here. It's Flight Sports TV. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that goddamn subscribe button. It is what it is. I appreciate y'all.
Shout out.